Okay guys, so it's the next day of installing the decoder of the Big Boy. So I got some good news and some bad news. The good news, this works, the decoder works. The bad news is that the speakers in the tender do not work for this decoder. So I'm going to have to get some new ones. I'm going to get some ESU 28mm speakers. And another bad news is there is too many wires inside of the boiler. So I had to remove the ground light wires, which is sad. I know a lot of people are going to be like, where's the ground lights? Unfortunately, I had to remove them, so I'm sorry, but I had to remove the ground lights. But we're keeping the firebox and the cab light, since those are only 2 wires apiece. But I had to remove all 6 wires for the ground lights, because there are 6 wires, and then you gotta have resistors for each wire, so I gotta remove those. So yeah, I had to remove those. So what I'm going to do now is, and another problem I ran into is the decoder, it's in a good spot, however the boiler shell will not close snugly. So unfortunately I'm going to have to remove the decoder into the tender, and the cab light is going to have to be on with track power, because since the cab light is up here, I only have 8 wires for a plug. Now some people say I could just do what I did to the GS4 and permanently connect it to its tender. I could, but I don't really want to do that. Granted, yes, the Big Boy is connected to its tender in its box. However, it just makes things harder for me if I ever had to do any servicing or anything, you know. So if you understand that, I apologize, but I will be showing how I do this. But this video will be delayed by a little bit, so I apologize. So if you're watching this, I apologize for the delay, for the video being late, but trust me, it was well worth it. The Big Boy will be running better than what it ever have been, but I apologize. So it'll be worth the wait. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and get ready to do this. This video might be coming out maybe next week or something. I don't know, but we'll see. But I did it from being recorded this. It is June 2nd, so this video will probably be out a week after by the time you hear me recording this. But yeah, point is, I apologize, but I'm gonna have to move this to the tender now, so it's gonna be a pretty boring install. But hey, at least the Big Boy will be looking better than it ever did before with that firebox light. So yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, so far we've got the decoder installed in the tender. Now actually, to my surprise, the speakers actually do work. So that's good news that they work. Now it is time to basically just test the lights. I have resistored and insulated everything inside of the tender, or at least everything for the tender. All the tender lights, all the tender wires, and everything for the tender are insulated. However, there is this. This is the internal tether for the locomotive. This tether inside of the tender will plug into the tether right underneath here for the locomotive. So what is left is now just to figure out what wire goes to what. And the thing is though, I'm gonna be honest, I completely just, after fooling around with getting the boiler back on, I got it on. However, I don't know what wire goes to what. So but I did make sure everything was was a negative or in a positive. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do that off camera. But I will fill you in on how that goes. But I will show you the sound. So let me go ahead and do that in a minute. Okay guys, so this is the tender. Now you see the class lights on the back are on. If I throw it in reverse, the reverse light comes on. So that's good to know. And if I press F5, we've got the emergency light. So all the lights work. So let me throw it in reverse again. All the lights work on the back of the tender, so that's good to know. So again, I can't really do anything quite yet because I gotta test all the wires for the locomotive, which the locomotive is sitting right here. I got it all back together. Got to do a couple touch-ups and testing, but after that I do all the testing and make sure everything's right and we'll be good. So let's just listen to the sound real quick. So you hear the dynamo come on, and here's the whistle. Here's the bell. So yeah, that's that. But I will be doing custom sounds for this engine whenever I get a load programmer. So I know it's not completely accurate to what 4014 sounds like, even when it was in the coal burning age. But this will get customized when I get a load programmer. But for now, this is good for me, and it'll be really good so that I have something that speed matched to runs my daylight because you know, there's nothing really I have for the daylight that it can really run without it jerking. I don't really have a great ECC system. I mean, look at what I'm using, but it'll be nice to have something to at least run with it. But point is, this sounds really good. I don't even care if it's not prototypical. I just like the way the whistle sounds. This whistle is more likely for an FEF locomotive. That's actually what the sound file is. Well, that's not what the sound file is. This is the Big Boy sound file. However, the whistle sounds more appropriate for like the FEFs, like in 44. So, which that file is actually more. That just sounds way better than what any other company did, because ESU has in my opinion the best Southern Pacific sound file for the 4449. They have the best sound file for the 844. So the Big Boy sound file and the Challenger sound file, it's really, really good either way. Plus, even if you really wanted to, you can also do custom sounds, which is probably what I'll end up doing anyway. So, yeah, but, again, off camera, I'm go ahead and figure out all these wires. And once I figure out all of them and tested them, I'll put the locomotive back together, and then I'll come back at the end when I did all the testing and everything, because as much as I would like to show you guys, that is a lot of work, I'm going to be honest. So, let me go ahead and get this all tested out, and we'll come back at the very end, and I'll show you what everything looks like. Steam sounds really nice. Alright guys, so we finally got the dang thing back together. It took a lot of trial and error, but we got it. So this will be the very first time that this locomotive has moved for the first time under its own power in 2.5 months. So let's turn the power on. Turn the light on. Turn the sound on. Let's hear it. I already know what y'all want to see. Let's hear it move. Okay. I got a short. So that's something inside of the boiler that I got to move around and change. But it is working. So give me a minute. I will be right back after I go figure that out. Okay. False alarm. I'm pretty sure one of the wheels was just derailed. But it is working. So let's take it for a little run. Now my layout's currently set up for switching, so we won't be able to really run it too much, but I will run it for as far as I possibly can. I gotta take my 210-2 off the track, but other than that, the locomotive is operational now, so that is a blessing. Let's do a few little runs with it. Oh wait, no. That's right, there we go. Let's try it now. And it derailed. Nice. Alright, so we'll be back one more time. Okay, so here it is. It's running now. You can see that emergency light up at the top. Or not, because it shorted. Because it derailed. Okay, well that's just nice. But yeah, it runs very well now. So there's a couple shorts, but nothing that's not fixable, so that's good. But yeah, just gotta get my track back to the way it was, and then it's pretty good, and it'll be back to the way it was. Just have it come back around here. Be very careful because I don't have a end piece and derailed. Okay, that's just nice. Common 18-inch radius curve problems, guys. Common 18-inch radius curve problems. Even though the rest of that over there is 22, but we got 18 over here because of testing and for switching. And again, I'm sorry about the ground lights. I really wanted those, but I had to cut those out. So I apologize one last time, but it was worth it. We got the locomotive running, which is the most important thing. And it sounds so much better. There is no freaking Paragon 3 decoder holding it back with the motor issue. You know, there's nothing causing it. I mean, besides, yes, I do have to still clean up the wires inside of the boiler, but honestly, other than that, this locomotive is good. And now I can finally potentially set the camera down for a second to show you the firebox light. So, if I move it forward a little bit, you can see the light right there. You can see it. Pretty nice. I really like that feature. I might try that some more on some other engines, but I really like that, and I'm very impressed. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. This is a dream come true. That's all I'm gonna say, because I've always wanted one of these. I always wanted 4014, and now I finally got it. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's take a look at the emergency light now. You can see that. I think it's hooked up to a Mars light function, but honestly, who really cares? It still looks good because it actually works. Unlike most models, they have it, but it doesn't work. But I like this. This is really nice. Class lights work as usual. Firebox light, cab light, everything works. I am very happy with this. So, thank you all so much for watching, and let's go into some final thoughts. Okay guys, so we're here. I'm going to give you my conclusion and final thoughts. So, in my opinion, I'm ready to see what Scale-Trains are going to deal with this, because as you've seen, yes, I had to cut out the ground lights, but honestly, at this point, you know, who cares at this point? But I'm very happy with this. I am more happy that now I can do this without having to use Paragon 3E decoders if I don't want to. Some are better than others, you know, I will say that, like the S3 and a few others. But this is pretty good. I'm more than happy with this. I'm really curious to see how that 844 is going to be from Broadway when that comes out. And as you can see, I have both my icons here, the Big Boy and the Daylight. You know, my two favorite engines, my two most favorite engines actually. And then, you know, my first install, you know, and then my second Loc Sound install, well, my third really, the Challenger, which is sitting here, but we're not going to show that because that thing is sad and pathetic. But this is what we want to see. We want to see die-cast, Loc Sound equipped, sound, traction, you know, this is really nice. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and I hope you guys did learn something from this video. If it was a mess, I do apologize. This locomotive was a lot of fun to rebuild, but it was also a massive pain to rebuild. But besides that, I hope you guys really do enjoy this video, and make sure to like and subscribe, share the video, get this out there. And, well, there you go. And this shows you what you can do. You may be able to put the decoder in the boiler, but you might need to use a smaller decoder. But, yeah, I mean, you can see how good it sounds even just at idle. I mean, the Daylight's here. It's also got the same decoder, obviously with the Southern Pacific 4449 sound set, but I hope you guys do enjoy this. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Anyone who wants to know some more about these and who wants me to showcase all the engines again, let me know, because next locomotive that's going to be upgraded is to Texas, which is actually sitting right here. This is a Bachmann 210-4. That's probably going to be my next one, but thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you guys like this video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.